Before you spend another nickel, you need to hear this. Some buffalo nickels still showing up in everyday American circulation have shocked collectors by selling for 5 figures prices, and in rare cases, even 6 figures. The crazy part? Most people don't even recognize them when they find one. These historic coins, first minted over a century ago, can carry rare dates, missing details, and hidden mint errors that turn ordinary pocket change into a serious collector payday. In today's video, I'm going to show you the exact buffalo nickels you should never ignore, how to identify the valuable ones in seconds, and which hidden features could mean you're holding something special. Make sure you watch until the very end, because the last coin on this list is the one most people overlook, and it might be the most valuable of them all. If you enjoy discovering rare and valuable US coins, hit subscribe and join thousands of collectors who don't want to miss their next hidden treasure. The first coin I'm about to show you is one most people would spend without hesitation. But what if I told you that this single buffalo nickel, small, worn, and over 100 years old, could be worth enough to buy you your dream car outright? No loans, no payments, just one overlooked piece of American history that collectors quietly fight over today. This isn't hype, and it's not fantasy, it's real. And the scariest part? Many people don't even realize they've already seen this coin before. Buffalo nickels are among the most iconic coins ever produced in the United States. First minted in 1913, they were designed to celebrate America's strength, heritage, and the spirit of the American West. The Native American portrait on the front and the powerful buffalo on the reverse made this coin instantly recognizable. But behind that famous design lies a world of rare varieties, hidden details, and mint-specific secrets that most people never learn. The year 1913 is especially important. It was the very first year buffalo nickels were struck, and with any first-year issue, collectors pay close attention. During that year, production took place at 3 different U.S. mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint produced coins with its own characteristics and its own level of rarity. And one of those mints quietly created a coin that would later become legendary. At first glance, many buffalo nickels appear worn, flat, and almost worthless. Years of heavy circulation erase dates, soften details, and cause people to dismiss them as junk coins. But seasoned collectors know better. Some of the most valuable buffalo nickels ever discovered were the ones nearly everyone else ignored. This particular nickel comes from the San Francisco Mint, identified by a small S mint mark on the reverse of the coin. That single letter, easy to miss and often overlooked, is one of the most important clues in buffalo nickel collecting. San Francisco Mint coins were struck in smaller numbers, circulated heavily in the western United States, and far fewer survived in strong condition. What makes the 1913 buffalo nickel even more fascinating is that it exists in 2 distinct design types. Early in the year, the buffalo was shown standing on a raised mound. But this design caused the denomination to wear off too quickly, so later that same year, the design was modified. The mound was removed and replaced with a flat line. That change created 2 varieties, and collectors immediately placed a premium on the earlier version. Now imagine combining all of this: a first-year buffalo nickel from the San Francisco Mint with the early design type and preserved in exceptional condition. That combination is where ordinary pocket change turns into elite numismatic history. Condition is everything with buffalo nickels. Weak strikes are common, especially on details like the horn, braid, and lettering. Collectors carefully inspect these areas to judge quality. A buffalo nickel with sharp details, strong surfaces, and original texture can be worth exponentially more than a worn example from the same year. This is why 2 buffalo nickels that look similar to an untrained eye can have values separated by tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Knowledge is the difference between spending a coin and preserving a fortune. What fuels the excitement even more is the fact that buffalo nickels are still occasionally discovered outside of major collections. Old jars, inherited coin boxes, estate sales, and forgotten rolls have all produced rare finds in the past. These discoveries keep collectors searching, and keep hope alive that another incredible example is still waiting to be found. Collectors also pay close attention to originality. Cleaning a coin, even gently, can destroy its value instantly. Natural surfaces, honest wear, and untouched metal are critical. This is why many valuable buffalo nickels survived, simply because no one tried to improve them. As we move deeper into this video, you'll learn exactly where to find the mint mark, how to identify the two 1913 design types, and which features collectors focus on first. You don't need expensive equipment or years of experience, just the right information. Another surprising fact is that even worn buffalo nickels can still be valuable if they come from the correct variety. While condition matters, rarity always comes first. This is why serious collectors never dismiss a 1913 buffalo nickel without checking it carefully, especially one with an S mint mark. Over the years, certified examples of this nickel have appeared at major auctions. These are not estimates or guesses. These are documented sales verified by professional grading services and driven by competitive bidding among elite collectors. Every time one appears, it attracts national attention. One such example, representing the rarest and most desirable combination of year, mint variety, and preservation, crossed the auction block and stunned the entire numismatic world. That 1913 buffalo nickel from the San Francisco Mint achieved a final sale price of $357,000. That single auction result permanently changed how collectors view this coin. And that's why any buffalo nickel you encounter, especially one from 1913, deserves a second look. These coins are more than just old change. They are pieces of American history, capable of life-changing value when the right factors come together. If you want to learn how to spot rare buffalo nickels, avoid costly mistakes, and understand which coins collectors are actively searching for today, make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. And if discovering valuable U.S. coins hiding in plain sight excites you, hit subscribe now. Because the next coin we uncover might be even closer than you think. Coin number 2, imagine holding a coin so ordinary that most people toss it aside without a second thought. Yet that same coin could be worth enough to buy your dream car outright. Most people never notice it in their pocket change, but collectors across the United States know that a 1916 buffalo nickel with no mint mark could hide secrets, rare design details, and value that most would never suspect. And what I'm about to show you might completely change how you look at old coins forever. At first glance, buffalo nickels look simple, even worn. But these coins were carefully designed to celebrate America, the strength of the frontier, the Native American heritage, and the iconic buffalo roaming the plains. Each line, each detail, each mint mark carries a story. And in 1916, one small variation would go on to shock collectors and make ordinary nickels into life-changing treasures. You might be thinking, it's just a nickel. But here's the first secret most people overlook. Some buffalo nickels survive in incredible condition despite over a century of circulation, and these survivors are where the real money is hidden. Keep watching, because the coin I'll show you later is one of those rare survivors. In 1916, coins were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins carried no mint mark, making them deceptively simple yet incredibly valuable. Coins from Denver or San Francisco are collectible, but Philadelphia's survival rate for high-quality examples is the lowest. That subtle absence, the lack of a mint mark, is a key clue collectors use to spot rare finds. And here's where it gets tricky. 1916 buffalo nickels come in 2 design types. Type 1 shows the buffalo standing on a raised mound. Type 2, later in the year, removed the mound for durability. Most people can't tell the difference, but experts can spot it instantly. Type 1, especially in no mint mark condition, can dramatically increase a coin's value. Now, imagine discovering one of these coins in a jar of forgotten nickels. Most people would pass it off as ordinary. But the truth is, even coins with some wear can be extremely rare if they have the right combination of design, mint, and condition. That's the secret many casual coin collectors miss. Condition is everything. Collectors examine tiny details. The horns on the buffalo, the braid in the Native Americans' hair, the clarity of the letters and numbers. Even the tiniest scratch or polish can reduce value by thousands. But preserved surfaces, natural toning, and sharp details make the coin extraordinary. Now, here's a fact that surprises almost everyone. These coins are still occasionally found today. Estate sales, inherited coin collections, and even old coin jars have produced amazing discoveries. One collector recently found a 1916 buffalo nickel in circulation, assumed it was ordinary, and only after close inspection realized it could be worth tens of thousands. That possibility that hidden treasure could be in your pocket change is what keeps collectors searching. Another crucial factor is strike quality. Even two coins from the same year and mint can have vastly different values. One subtle detail, the sharpness of the buffalo's horns or the definition of a Native American's face, can separate a coin worth a few dollars from one that commands thousands. Keep that in mind when examining any old nickel. Subtle variations matter. From the mound under the buffalo to the shape of letters, these tiny design differences determine which coins are rare and which are common. Many casual collectors never notice them, but they are the difference between a coin worth face value and one worth a fortune. Collectors also pay attention to history and provenance. Coins preserved in old collections often carry premiums. A coin that survived decades untouched is more valuable than one constantly circulated or cleaned. That's why knowledge and patience are your best tools when hunting buffalo nickels. Even circulated examples can surprise you. Sometimes, a coin that looks ordinary hides a rare variety or minting error. Experienced collectors never dismiss a nickel at face value, and the excitement of discovering one, it's unmatched because these coins are both history and treasure. Now, imagine the thrill of holding a coin that has passed through hundreds of hands over more than a century. That connection to history, combined with rarity, is what makes the 1916 buffalo nickel with no mint mark truly extraordinary. Collectors have spent decades analyzing every detail, the strike, the date, the mint, and subtle design differences. Those tiny details are worth money, real money. But here's the catch. Most people overlook them entirely. That's why the coin I'm about to show you shocked the collector world. A single 1916 buffalo nickel with no mint mark, in exceptional condition, has sold at auction for an astonishing $290,000. That's right, a coin originally worth just 5 cents turned into nearly $300,000 because of its rarity, design, and preservation. That sale proves these nickels are more than just collectibles. They are investments, treasures, and pieces of American history. Any buffalo nickel you encounter, especially a 1916 no mint mark, deserves a closer look. These coins are not just old change, they are rare opportunities hidden in plain sight. With careful inspection, patience, and knowledge, even casual collectors can find something extraordinary. If you want to learn how to spot rare buffalo nickels, avoid costly mistakes, and identify coins collectors are actively searching for, make sure you watch this video until the very end. And if discovering valuable U.S. coins hiding in plain sight excites you, hit subscribe now, because the next coin we uncover might surprise you even more than this one. Coin number 3. This is the coin collectors would pay any price to own. At first glance, it looks like just another worn nickel carried in pockets for over a century. But what if I told you this small, seemingly ordinary coin could be worth enough to buy a luxury car, a dream vacation, or even more? Hidden in its design, its mint mark, and its condition are secrets that most people never notice, and one tiny detail makes all the difference between a worthless nickel and a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Stick with me, because the story behind this coin and the shocking price it commands will surprise you. Buffalo nickels are among the most iconic coins ever struck in the United States. First minted in 1913, these coins were designed to celebrate America's frontier spirit, the strength and heritage of Native Americans, and the majestic buffalo that roamed the plains. The Native American portrait on the obverse and the buffalo on the reverse made these coins instantly recognizable. But beyond their design lies a world of subtle variations, mint-specific details, and hidden rarities that collectors have been hunting for over a century. By 1923, the Buffalo Nickel series had matured. Coins from the San Francisco Mint, identified by a small S mint mark, were struck in fewer numbers than Philadelphia or Denver coins that survived in high condition. That scarcity is part of why the 1923 S mint mark nickel is so coveted. While many coins from this year are common, those few that survived in excellent condition are among the most prized Buffalo nickels ever produced. At first glance, it might seem like just another old nickel worn from decades of circulation. But collectors know to look for very specific details. The horns on the buffalo, the braids and feathers in the Native American's hair, the clarity of the date and letters, and the overall condition of the coin's surface. Each tiny detail can dramatically influence the coin's value, and missing even one clue could mean overlooking a rare treasure. The story of the 1923 S mint mark Buffalo nickel is also a story of history. In the roaring 1920s, people carried these coins every day, unaware that decades later, some of them would become treasures worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The coin is a connection to the past, a tangible piece of history that has survived wars, recessions, and the daily grind of circulation. Condition is critical in the world of Buffalo nickels. Even two coins from the same year and mint can have dramatically different values. A sharp strike, well-preserved surfaces, and natural toning can turn a coin worth a few dollars into a six-figure collectible. Conversely, even light cleaning or polishing can reduce a coin's value by thousands, which is why experts handle these coins with the utmost care. The rarity of the 1923 S mint mark Buffalo nickel is compounded by its survival rate. Many coins were lost, melted, or heavily circulated, leaving only a small fraction in top condition. Finding one is like discovering a piece of living history, a coin that has endured for nearly a century and remains highly sought after by collectors. Collectors also look for subtle design variations that the casual eye would never notice. From the buffalo's stance to the sharpness of the horns, the fine lines in the hair, and the clarity of the lettering, every detail counts. Even the tiniest differences can place a coin at the top of a collector's wish list, making it extremely valuable. Estate sales, inherited collections, and even old coin jars have produced remarkable 1923 S Buffalo nickels. Many people pass them off as ordinary nickels, but experts know that a coin in excellent condition from the San Francisco Mint can be worth an incredible sum. The thrill of discovery is what keeps collectors searching, because you never know when a hidden gem will appear. Strike quality is another key factor. Coins with sharper details on the buffalo and the Native American portrait are far more desirable. Two coins with the same year and mint mark can differ drastically in value simply because of the quality of the strike. Experienced collectors immediately spot these subtle distinctions. Provenance also matters. Coins that have been preserved in old collections often carry higher premiums because they've avoided the wear and tear of circulation. A coin that has survived untouched for decades is far more valuable than one that has been cleaned, polished, or mishandled, underscoring the importance of careful observation, proper storage, and professional grading. Even circulated 1923 S Buffalo nickels can surprise collectors. If the combination of mint, date, and design aligns correctly, scarcity often outweighs condition. That's why collectors never dismiss a coin without examining it carefully. Some coins that appear worn at first glance have sold for incredible sums simply because they were rare survivors from the San Francisco Mint. Over the years, professional grading services and major auctions have confirmed just how valuable these coins can be. Competitive bidding among collectors drives prices to extraordinary levels, and every time a 1923 S mint mark Buffalo nickel appears on the market, it makes waves in numismatic circles. Now, the moment you've been waiting for, a 1923 Buffalo nickel with S mint mark in exceptional condition, sold at auction for an astonishing $370,000. That's right, a coin originally worth 5 cents transformed into over $370,000 because of its rarity, design, and preservation. This sale proves that Buffalo nickels are more than just collectibles. They are investments, historical artifacts, and treasures that can change lives. Any 1923's Buffalo nickel you encounter deserves careful examination. These coins are not just pocket change, they are rare opportunities hidden in plain sight. With patience, knowledge, and careful inspection, even casual collectors can uncover something extraordinary. If you want to learn how to spot rare Buffalo nickels, identify mint marks, avoid costly mistakes, and understand which coins collectors are actively searching for, make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. And if discovering valuable US coins hiding in plain sight excites you, hit subscribe now, because the next coin we uncover might surprise you even more than this one. Coin number 4. Now let's talk about the coin that could give you what you earn in a year, or maybe even more. At first glance, it looks like just a worn nickel, maybe one you'd find in a jar of old coins or forgotten in your pocket. But make no mistake, this is not just any nickel. The 1937 Buffalo nickel, with a D mint mark, is one of the rarest, most coveted nickels in American coin collecting history. Hidden in its intricate design, subtle mint mark, and preserved condition lies a value that most people can barely imagine. In fact, one of these coins in exceptional condition could be worth more than most Americans earn in a year. Stick with me, because the story behind this coin and the jaw-dropping value it commands will completely change the way you look at old coins. Buffalo nickels are not merely currency, they are symbols of American heritage. Introduced in 1913, they were designed to honor the spirit of the frontier, the resilience of Native Americans, and the majesty of the American buffalo. The obverse features a detailed portrait of a Native American, representing the strength and courage of the people who first inhabited this land. The reverse showcases the buffalo, a powerful symbol of the wilderness that once roamed freely across the plains. Every detail, from the lines in the hair to the curve of the horns, was carefully crafted, and yet, over decades of circulation, these details have worn away on most coins, making surviving examples even more extraordinary. By 1937, the Buffalo nickel had already established itself as an iconic coin. The Denver Mint, marked by the D Mint mark, produced fewer coins that survived in top condition than the Philadelphia or San Francisco mints. That scarcity immediately made the 1937 D Mint mark nickel an object of desire for serious collectors. While many people may see a 1937 nickel today, only a fraction have survived in a condition worthy of serious attention. And within that fraction lies the potential for life-changing value. Condition is the heartbeat of numismatics. A coin's value can soar or plummet depending on how well its details have endured the passage of time. Collectors carefully examine the buffalo's horns, the braids in the Native American's hair, the crispness of the letters and numbers, and the coin's surface integrity. Even minor wear can greatly reduce value, while a coin that retains sharp detail and natural toning can command prices that seem unimaginable for a coin that once cost only 5 cents. What makes the 1937 D Mint mark truly dramatic is its story. Imagine a coin minted in Denver, carried through decades of daily life, surviving the Great Depression, wars, and countless hands, only to appear decades later in the hands of a lucky collector. This nickel is a living piece of history, connecting us to a time long past, yet remaining incredibly relevant in the world of collectors today. Every detail matters. The stance of the buffalo, the texture of its fur, the sharpness of the horns, the definition in the tail, and the clarity of the date and letters all contribute to a coin's value. Minor imperfections can cost thousands, while a well-preserved coin can bring life-changing rewards. Experts can instantly spot these details, turning a seemingly ordinary nickel into a treasure. Survival rate is key. Many 1937 D Buffalo nickels were lost, melted, or worn down in circulation. The few that survived in excellent condition are coveted by collectors, investors, and auction houses alike. Even coins that appear slightly circulated may hide extraordinary potential if the mint mark, strike quality, and condition align perfectly. Collectors often chase these coins for decades. Experienced numismatists know the subtle differences that separate a valuable 1937 D from an ordinary nickel. They look at strike quality, sharpness, surface preservation, and mint mark placement. A single misaligned or missing feature can change a coin from a potential fortune to mere pocket change. Provenance adds another layer of drama. Coins preserved in old collections, untouched for decades, often sell for higher prices because they have maintained their original surfaces and natural toning. In other words, the story of where a coin has been matters just as much as the coin itself. A coin that has survived with care becomes more than currency. It becomes a historical artifact and a symbol of rarity and preservation. Even circulated coins can astonish. While uncirculated examples are the ultimate prize, scarcity often outweighs condition. That's why 1937 Buffalo nickels in modest condition still draw enormous interest at auctions. They represent a chance for a collector to hold a piece of history that others might never see. Professional grading services have verified these coins over the years, and auctions consistently show the intense competition among collectors. When a 1937 Buffalo nickel appears on the market, bids can escalate quickly. Serious collectors know that the value is not just in the coin itself, but in the story, rarity, and historical significance it carries. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, a 1937 Buffalo nickel with D mint mark in exceptional condition, sold at auction for an astounding $267,000. That's right. A coin originally worth 5 cents transformed into more than $250,000 because of its rarity, condition, and the intense demand among collectors. This sale proves that Buffalo nickels are more than just collectibles. They are investments, pieces of history, and life-changing treasures. Any 1937 Buffalo nickel you encounter deserves careful examination. These coins are not just old change. They are hidden opportunities waiting to be discovered. With knowledge, patience, and attention to detail, even casual collectors can stumble upon something extraordinary. If you want to learn how to spot rare Buffalo nickels, identify mint marks, avoid costly mistakes, and find coins that collectors are actively seeking, make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. And if uncovering valuable U.S. coins hiding in plain sight excites you, hit subscribe now, because the next coin we reveal might surprise you even more than this one. And there you have it. Each of these Buffalo nickels, from the rarest mint marks to the coins hiding in plain sight, isn't just change. It's history, treasure, and opportunity all rolled into one small piece of metal. What looks ordinary to most people could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in the hands of a collector who knows what to look for. If this video shocked you, imagine what's coming next in this series. Hit subscribe now so you don't miss a single hidden fortune. Like and share this video to help others uncover these secret treasures, and drop a comment below telling me which coin blew your mind most. I read every single one. And don't forget to check out my previous video on Lincoln wheat pennies, another set of coins hiding silent fortunes that collectors are desperate to find. Watching that could completely change how you look at every coin in your pocket. Remember, these coins aren't just history, they're hidden fortunes waiting to be discovered. Stay curious, keep searching, and I'll see you in the next video where we uncover even more life-changing treasures hiding in plain sight.